In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix all of your Canvas PDF accessibility problems with one single tool. Welcome to the Accessibility Guide channel. My name is Sean Jordison, and let's jump into the ring. DocAccess has now been implemented into Canvas. That means any PDF that is uploaded into a Canvas account can be made instantly accessible via HTML. There's a few different ways that this process works. The first process that we can talk about is under the Files section of Canvas. Let's first upload some sample documents. I'm going to select the Upload button, and let's take a document and upload it into Canvas. We can see all of the files in our Canvas account, and if we want to request an accessible version of that, we can simply select the Create Accessible Version via the DocAccess button right here in the main files area. This will begin processing that file. Now, once that process is complete, you can simply select the file directly from within the files area to see the accessible version of that document. We just do a single click from the DocAccess view, and it takes our file and turns it into accessible HTML. That could then be used with the screen reader, and it's all right here within Canvas. Additionally, if I now embed this PDF into a page, let's see what that looks like. I'm going to select Pages, open up my test page, and there's a little icon for DocAccess, which will open it in the DocAccess view. Again, I can select that accessible transcript view, and the file is automatically made accessible right here. Let's go ahead and select our edit button on our Canvas page, and we can actually put in additional files. We could select Insert Document, and we're gonna select Upload Document. And again, we can upload another sample document. Let's go ahead and select this file, select Submit, and it's going to place it right into the Canvas page. Now, once we go ahead and actually save the Canvas page, we can request that accessible version right here on the page itself. Once this is done, it doesn't have to be done again from within the course. So it's currently processing the document, which will take a little bit of time. And I want to just show one other method. If we wanted to, we could come in and select this Create Accessible Version from within our Files menu to convert multiple files at one time. And again, it will map to every instance that it's in the Canvas environment. So if you use that file in multiple locations, you don't have to do this multiple times. Once again, we can make sure the document is actually accessible by viewing the DocAccess accessible version of the file. And again, it opens right here in the DocAccess view, and we have the accessible transcript available. Now, another thing that could be done is when you insert a page directly into the Canvas environment here, where it's not embedded on a page, but the page itself is the PDF, you can also request that accessible version. And when it's finished, it's going to look like this. It's simply going to be inlaid. DocAccess is inlaid directly into the Canvas page. So we can select that accessible transcript view, and the PDF is now totally accessible with all of the features of asking it a question, document outline, translation, and even printing out a transcript. We can deselect the accessible transcript view to view it in its entirety, or we can view the full screen area of DocAccess for a little bit more space for the user to actually be able to navigate. If you want to see how DocAccess works in your instance of Canvas, or if you want to try out DocAccess for your website to mass convert all of your PDFs to accessible HTML, book a meeting with me right now. And as always, I could be your champion for inclusion. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I'll see you over in the next video.